before we begin this football game on this Friday night from Carman Stadium, I would like to say thanks from everybody to Malvern Cable TV. They are going to film this game and play it back on Channel 13 of the cable TV system Saturday morning at 10 o'clock and Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So if you did not make it to the game, you have an opportunity to see the game Saturday morning at 10 and again Sunday afternoon at 3. And it's our pleasure to provide the audio for the cable TV broadcast. And we're glad to do that on this Friday evening. And we hope you'll join them and us at 10 o'clock Saturday and 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. We begin the football game. A line drive kick from Eddie Ray to the 5. It's taken there by Gabriel Harris for Oak Grove. The 25. Up to close to the 30-yard line before he's finally stopped. The ball on the ground. And let's see as they untangle. William Burke says Malvern's got the ball. And Malvern does. Eddie Ray Hines kicking off and recovering the fumble. Charlie, that's again one of the reasons why you will defer the kickoff. Not only does Malvern have the ball to begin the first quarter, but they also will have the ball to begin the third quarter. So the break goes quickly to Malvern's favor. As Malvern breaks the huddle, they'll start with quarterback Chad Brashears, Donnie Gage at fullback, and Philip Jimerson at tailback. In the slot back position, that is Vincent Bradford. Wide out to the right, said Henderson. Back to pass, Brashears first down. He's looking for Henderson on the far sideline. Henderson has to come back to it at about the 5-yard line. It's incomplete.
Well, Larry, that time, Chad had the ball a little bit short, but it was catchable. And said Henderson, he was trying. That had 6 points rolled all over it. I think Malvern's going to open it up.
Said did a good job trying to get to that ball. It was underthrown, as you mentioned. Defending on the play was Gabriel Harris for Pulaski Oak Grove. That offensive line, Dale Horn, along with Brian Hindley, Mike Teague, Mike Cantrell, Isaac Davis, the tight ends, William Burks and Vincent Bradford. And turning the corner, trying to get outside, is Philip Jimerson across the 30 to the 28-yard line on 2nd and 10. Chris Haynes, the sophomore for the Oak Grove Hornets, drives him out of bounds. And the ball will be placed at the 29, and it sets up a 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Malvern Leopards. The kickoff, the opening kickoff fumbled. Malvern has the ball on 3rd and 6 at the Pulaski Oak Grove 29. Brashears, Jimerson behind a block of Donnie Gage will get to about the 27, and that's it as he's pushed back there by number 34, Andy Chun, one of the co-captains for this Pulaski Oak Grove team. That will set up a 4th down and 3. They mark the ball at the 26-yard line. Charlie, as I mentioned earlier, the Pulaski Oak Grove team was in the midst of an 0-3-1 start when they played Malvern and lost 19-7. They have since that time won 4 out of 5, and they deserve being here because they beat some good teams, including Morrilton on the road last week. It's 4th and 3. Malvern will go for it. Chad Brashears on the option, pitches to Jimerson. He's got some room. Jimerson close to the 1st down. We'll see where they mark the football. Diving toward the 1st down, and it looks like he's going to have it. 1st down.
1st down, Malvern.
Malvern.
That's the initial 1st down of the ball game.
We'll call it at the 23-yard line. The Leopards in business, 1st and 10. Malvern with a 9-1 mark. The Oak Grove Hornets 4-4-1. Jeremy Stevens runs the play in on 1st and 10. As Malvern lines up with Sed Henderson sent to the left as a wide out, and Vincent Bradford in that wing or slot position to the right side. Handoff up the middle. Philip Jimerson, a good hole. Good blocking up front by Donnie Gage, along with number 62 for the Malvern Leopards, Jeremy Stevens. Pushing the ball up to the 16-yard line. Hindley and Horn also doing some good blocking up front, and it will be a gain of about 8, 2nd down and 2. Malvern Leopards at the 16-yard line of the Pulaski Oak Grove Hornets after that turnover on the kickoff. Quick snap, handoff Jimerson. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe a couple, as number 13 for the Hornets does a good job coming up there. And that is Brian Edmondson. They have 2 backs that they will blitz with. Jeremy Stevens again bringing on the play. They'll have two backs, Charlie, that they blitz a lot with. It's they're not going to show much that they did not show the first time they played Malvern. They have a lot of different offensive sets. We'll see those later as Jimerson gets the call on 3rd and short. He's tripped up at the 14, may have the first down. According to the mark, it's going to be very, very close, and I believe they're going to call it a first down. They will. 1st and 10 for Malvern at the 12-yard line of the Hornets of Oak Grove. As Malvern breaks the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. They'll send Seth Henderson wide out to the near side. Double tight ends here with Bradford and Burks. And on the option, turning it inside is Chad Brashears. He'll get to the 10. That's all. A gain of 1 or maybe 1.5. It'll be a second down for the Malvern Leopards.
Larry, Oak Grove's record right now is 4-4-1, and they were the 5 AAA North runner-up. Malvern naturally being the co-champion of the 5 AAA South, and by the point spread, they were the #1 seed.
Seth Henderson this time to the right side. Brashears looking for him in the end zone. Got William Burks wide open, in and out of his hands, incomplete. William Burks in the far end of the end zone, defended by #2, Sean Brown. Brown just got up there just at the last second. I'm sorry, #2 is Gabriel Harris. Harris got up there just in the last second, and that was almost a touchdown. But incomplete, 3rd down and 9 from the 10. We're in the first quarter of this ball game, 8:18 to go. Malvern with a big 3rd down here. Same offensive set with Seth Henderson to the right. Let's see if they try that again, Charlie. They had it open for a moment. Same play, but they're going up the middle instead to Vincent Bradford, overthrown. Charlie, they're hooking Seth Henderson to the inside, sending the tight ends out. They sent William Burks to the far side of the end zone. That time they had the same play call, but they went to Vincent Bradford over the middle and overthrew him. And this may be the first field goal of the season for Michael Langley. He's going to tee it up at the 17. It'll be a 27-yard field goal. Michael Langley with a hold of Doug Alpe from 27 yards out to give Malvern the lead. There's a snap. The kick is up. Is it long enough? No good. It does not make it. And there's timeout on the field. We have no score in the first quarter. 8:08 to go. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. The Oak Grove Hornets get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20. Their quarterback is going to keep on an option following his fullback. Sean Brown carries the ball, and he carries it across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. And it's 2nd down and 7.
Paul Butler and William Burks on a good stop there.
You know, there's one thing I want to point out is Malvern has been fortunate. They have the same starting offense and defense that they started the season with. That is not the case very often. Quarterback, is the ball on the ground? Nope. I don't know. Maybe it was. Paul Butler thinks it was. And a Malvern player has the football. That is Eddie Ray Hines.
Fumble.
And Eddie Ray has picked up his 2nd fumble of the ball game. The ball ripped loose of the quarterback, and Eddie Ray Hines has the fumble recovery. And we didn't have a chance to read off the defense for you. We'll do that the next time around. Malvern again with a first quarter break here. They recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff, and then 2 plays from the line of scrimmage, another fumble. And Malvern's in business again. Still no score in the ball game. They slot to the left. Wide to the right is Henderson. It's Philip Jimerson straight up the middle. Tripping him up is number 33, Thad Sapington, for the Oak Grove Hornets. Very little gain, if any, on that play.
You know, Larry, Malvern needs to score this time, either a field goal, touchdown, or something, you know, just to keep the momentum going Malvern's way.
Well, they've got two gifts here, and certainly this offense has been able all year to cash in when they were giving something like this. They missed the first time around. They have a 2nd and 10 here. Chad Brashear is rolling out. He's going to keep the ball, and he runs right into 2 Hornets as Gabriel Harris, and along with number 13, Brian Edmondson, converge on him, and a very little gain, maybe a yard. That's all, 3rd and 1. And with the play for Malvern, number 62, again, Jeremy Stevens. Stevens and Brian Heinley will alternate. That's where the Malvern team brings in the play from Coach David Alpe. Double tied in with Burks and Bradford. Henderson wide to the left. Brashear's back to pass. Looking over the middle. Got a man open. It's Vincent Bradford. The ball underthrown and knocked away. Bradford had his man beat. He had to hold up for the ball a moment. And that allowed the defense, led by Eric Ardone, number 20, to collide with Bradford. And the ball was shaken away. It's going to set up a 4th down, Charlie. And they have had 3 passes into the end zone. They're 0 for 3. Altogether 0 for 5 in the first quarter of this ball game. Brashear's on 4th down. Back to pass. Got a rush. Gets it away. It's complete. Great catch by Sid Henderson at the 8-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for Malvern. A great leaping catch by number 43, Sid Henderson, and he's had a great season. A junior, so he'll be back next year. 5'10", 171 pound. Sid Henderson, and what a clutch play on 4th and 9.
You know, Larry, Sid has done that all year long. When you really need a pass completion, you go to Sid Henderson, and he's been picking the ball up.
He's been doing great. They go with a double wing to the right, something they've used quite often this year. And they'll run that way. No, fake that way. Go to Sid Henderson on the reverse. He's going to go in for the score. Sid Henderson lining up as a wing back. And the play that has worked many, many times this football season for the Malvern Leopards. A wing back reverse from a double wing on the right. It went 8 yards. Sid Henderson in for the score. And with 5:29 to go in the first quarter, Malvern leads 6-0 on an 8-yard reverse to Sid Henderson. The extra point attempt by Michael Langley is up. Whoa, no good. And he has not missed many this year, but that one went off to the left and no good. So we have a timeout on the field. 5:29 to go first quarter. It's the Malvern Leopards 6 and the Pulaski Oak Grove Hornets 0. Eddie Ray Hines to kick off for the 2nd time in the ball game. Deep once again, Gabriel Harris. There's the kick. Harris will take it at the 4. Across the 10, 15, straight up the middle, 20, near the 25, where he's brought down, and I got a feeling Eddie Ray Hines is in there somewhere. As they unpile, Eddie Ray getting the last touch. It's let's see, it's Newbern and Heinley on the tackle for Malvern. And Stephen Newbern has done a good job on the extra team this year. The special team, I should say. Brian Heinley and Stephen Newbern on the tackle. Sean Brown brings his team to the line of scrimmage thus far in the ball game. I believe they've only had 2 offensive plays. They're going on the pass, first down. Complete at the 40 and gone. Eric Ardone for 75 yards and the touchdown. So the Oak Grove Hornets sting Malvern with a long 75-yard touchdown pass. Eric Ardone now for the extra point to put Oak Grove ahead. Here's a snap. It's a low snap, and it's going to be blocked. Blocked by Mark Traylor. And we have got a tie at 6-all. So that's the way it's going at this ball game. It's going to be a good one. Timeout on the field. 5:01 to go first quarter. It's all tied up. Malvern 6, Pulaski Oak Grove 6. We're back in 30. Pulaski Oak Grove coming back, and Charlie surprising everybody on a first down 75-yard touchdown pass. Now kicking off as we're tied 6-6 for Pulaski Oak Grove, number 8, Jeff Caldwell, who just had that extra point blocked by Mark Traylor. Mark Traylor is deep for Malvern. They kick it to the sideline. They're going to try to get it to Seth Henderson away from Mark Traylor. It goes out of bounds, and they'll move 5 yards back. You know, as you look at these two teams, Malvern on the season has averaged 20.9 points per game and giving up 8.7 points per game, and they've had 2 shutouts. The defense has had 2 shutouts on the season. Pulaski Oak Grove, on the other hand, has averaged 9.3 points per game, and their defense has allowed 10.2. So there is a difference in the two football teams, 2 shutouts, but Pulaski Oak Grove really come to life in the last half of the football season. And we are all knotted up here 6-6 as the Malvern team really surprised by that long pass.
You know, Larry, I was watching Oak Grove warm up, and they were practicing the long ball. We may be, maybe looking for a lot of that tonight.
Well, I don't think you're going to surprise Malvern again, even on the first down, because they were burned that time, and it's going to be tougher from here on out for them to fool the secondary of Malvern, which was the case there. There's a line drive kick. It's going to be bouncing and taken at the 31, wisely over there, because that was a live ball, and doing a good job, number 25 for Malvern, John Folds. It looked like it was going to go out of bounds on the far sideline, but you do not take chances with live football, because if Folds would have not recovered that, Oak Grove could have and had the football. So a wise choice there. At the 33-yard line, the Malvern Leopards, in a 6-all tie, take over 1st and 10.
Well, you know, Larry, anytime it is 6-6, the missed extra point with both teams missing is just like 7-7.
Brashears with a snap on first down. A quick handoff to Donnie Gage. He'll not get much, if any, as doing a good job right in the middle, number 74, the nose tackle, 197-pound A.J. Blaney. Charlie, there's no weak teams when you get to playoff time. And the records don't count. First meetings don't count. These two teams are out here to play, and we want you to stay with us because it's going to be a doozy. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. A loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11 for Malvern. Brashears on the option, turns it up, and gets good running room before he's hammered down hard across the 35 at the 36. Hit hard by Andy Chun. And it will be at the 36-yard line. 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Malvern Leopards. Malvern scoring at 5:29 to go first quarter on an 8-yard reverse by Seth Henderson for the Oak Grove team. A first down 75-yard pass completion to Eric Ardone from Sean Brown. Both extra points, one no good, one blocked at 6-6. On 3rd down, Brashears back to pass. Good protection. He's got the ball out here. It's intercepted and dropped. Incomplete. Looking for William Burks, and Burks never saw the football. It was almost intercepted. I believe number 20 was the man over there. Let's see, number 2.
Gabriel Harris.
It was either Gabriel Harris. I believe it was number 20. Either Harris or Ardone, had that in their hands and let it get away from them. So Malvern will punt as Brashears drops back inside the 25. Single safety for Oak Grove. Big rush. They get to a kick away. A good kick under those conditions. Takes a Malvern bounce inside the 30, inside the 25. Still going to the 22. As the deep back, Chris Haynes for Oak Grove decided to get away from that one. And a good job by Chad Brashears on a good rush. And the Oak Grove team puts the ball in play at their own 22. Setting the defense for the Malvern Leopards. This time out, we're going to do that. Hopefully, we didn't have to have time because of the fumble and then the touchdown. Isaac Davis, nose tackle. Mike Cantrell, Paul Butler, are the tackles. Vincent Bradford, Eddie Ray Hines at defensive ends. Give you the linebackers in a moment. There's a play inside to the fullback for a few, maybe 3 yards to the 25. William Burks and Dennis Garrett, both doing a great job all season at linebacker as Garrett makes the tackle there. Kevin Biggs, Jason Purifoy, Kent Keith, and Mark Traylor in the secondary. Kent Keith missing 1 ball game this year, but back healthy. This is the same starting defense that Malvern had in the opening ball game, so they've been quite fortunate all throughout this season. Handoff inside again. Big play made by William Burks to stand him up, and coming up underneath is Jason Purifoy. And they really cut down the running back number 13, Brian Edmondson, for the Oak Grove Hornets. Charlie, that's one thing. The secondary has done a good job. Jason Purifoy has been a sure tackler all year.
Jason Purifoy has really come up and played some big ball games at defensive back. That young man is, well, he's had a couple of interceptions. He's really, you know, had some great open field tackles.
Back to pass. Quickly, Oak Grove knocked away nicely by Jason Purifoy. The pass intended to number 5 for the Oak Grove Hornets, Sean Bissell. Incomplete, as Sean Brown had the ball there, but Purifoy was there. You know, Jason Purifoy, to begin the season, was not expected to be a starter. Scotty Danley got injured, and Purifoy got in there and did a good job, and he's been in there every game since. Mark Traylor is deep as Oak Grove kicks. A good kick. High kick, forcing Traylor back at the 35. He sidesteps one, comes straight up the middle, breaking tackles at the 45 to the 48-yard line. A good job on the return by Mark Traylor. He brought it back 13 yards, Charlie, when it looked like he was going to be hit for their football season. 1st and 10 Malvern at their own 49-yard line. Chad Brashear's on the option, hit immediately, no place to go with it, and he's dropped. Nice play by big number 55 for the Oak Grove Hornets. Charlie, they've been reading that option extremely well. There has the defense for Oak Grove, Brian Hall on the tackle.
Well, you know, Larry, anytime that you can stop the first man on the triple option, which is your quarterback, you're talking about completely shutting it down. Malvern's going to have to figure out a way to stop those linebackers and defensive ends.
A loss of a half a yard, 2nd and 10 and a half. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Pitch goes to Jimerson, and Jimerson is really racked up. Leading the charge, Andy Chun, the linebacker for Oak Grove, and forcing Jimerson down, and Jimerson has not got up yet. It looks like Mark Traylor will be called on to come into the ball game. Jimerson now getting up. Looks like he's going to be okay, just shaking up. That's good.
There, that time Jimerson got hit right in the chest with a helmet, and looks like his arm's hurting, and he probably just got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, I think the way he's indicating it, he got stung pretty good, but Jimerson is a gamer, and he bounced up, and he'll be back in the ball game more than likely. We'll have to check. We'll watch him on the sideline. Philip Jimerson shaking up. Mark Traylor comes in there, and Mark has had his golden moments at the I-back position as well. 3rd and 9. Back to pass. Brashear's looking, throwing, complete to Vincent Bradford at the 40. It'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 11 yards to Vincent Bradford at the 40-yard line. Malvern has a 1st and 10.
Beautiful pass that time. Chad Brashear's at about 11 yards.
Well, they mark it at just shy of the 40 of Oak Grove, and they're going to have an official timeout for a measurement, Charlie, but it is obvious from where we sit that that is a first down. So we won't call it until the chains come out. Charlie, this has been an interesting first quarter of the ball game, as both teams have 6 points on the scoreboard. Again, this is a AAA playoff, so you know that everything is on the line for these two football teams. It is a first down by about a half a yard, 1st and 10 for Malvern. We have 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 6-all here at Claude Mann Stadium. Again, a reminder You can catch this game at 10 o'clock Saturday morning and 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon on Malvern Cable TV, Channel 13. They'll replay the game. We're proud to be part of it with the audio. And also, we thank the Malvern Cable TV people for providing the time for that game. Brashears on first down, going to pass. Lots of time in the pocket, going long. Looks like William Burks out there. A leap. He pulled it out of the hands of a defender. It's complete. Inside the 5. A tremendous catch by William Burks, pulling the ball away from Gabriel Harris. And how many times have we seen that this season? The taller William Burks at 6'4", going up and just wrestling the ball away. He caught a touchdown against Lake Hamilton. He caught a touchdown against Lake Hamilton that way last week. 36 yards on the play. First and goal, Malvern, and I believe the 4-yard line. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of our ball game. Punch that ball in on a first and goal inside the 5. Mark Traylor hit immediately. The ball on the ground. Chad Brashears recovers it, I believe. Let's see. Oak Grove has the football. Mark Traylor hit very, very hard. The ball shaken out of the hands, and Oak Grove recovers it at the 10. So as we begin the second quarter, things have changed quickly here. Malvern with a golden opportunity now goes in on defense. Philip Jimerson seems to be all right. He's on the sideline right now talking with number 44, Eric McNeely, who is the third-string tailback for Malvern. The quarterback, Sean Brown, brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw from the end zone, batted down by Isaac Davis. A gutsy call for Pulaski Oak Grove as they have come in, Charlie, and they're taking all the stops out, which most teams do in the playoffs.
There, at that time, I almost said Keith Traylor, but William Burks almost had a touchdown. He had one hand on the ball, and there was nobody except the quarterback in the end zone.
A gutsy call as the quarterback trying to throw over the middle, backing almost into the end zone. It's 2nd and 10 now for Oak Grove. They're going to pitch. They got a guy turning the corner and run out of bounds. Vincent Bradford runs him out of bounds, carrying the ball, number 44, for his first time in the ball game. That is Clay Wortham. And Vincent Bradford doing a good job. 3-yard gain, maybe 4. They'll mark the ball at the 13. Give him 3, 3rd down and 7. If you just joined us, both teams scoring 1 touchdown in the first quarter of this ball game. It's 6-all, 11:33 to go in the second quarter. Pulaski Oak Grove has turned the ball over twice. Malvern's turned it over 1 time. They just turned it over inside the 5 a moment ago. Handoff inside to number 33, I believe. Let's check that. And again, is number 44, Wortham, on the carry. It'd be shy of the 4th down. The first down. It will be 4th down, I should say, as the ball is out at the 16, and it's 4th and 5. William Burks and Dennis Garrett, the linebackers, getting together for that tackle. So Oak Grove, after a first down pass, tries to run a couple of plays unsuccessfully. Almost blocked on the punt by Vincent Bradford. It's kicked out to Mark Traylor. He gets away from it. It takes a Oak Grove bounce at the 45. It's down at the 48. So after the turnover, Malvern holds Oak Grove on 3 downs and a punt and gets pretty good field position out of it, Charlie.
Well, Larry, I'll take the ball anytime inside the 50, and that was a good punt.
The Malvern offense has had 3 opportunities to get into the end zone. They've been successful 1 time.
Well, Larry, Malvern's had the ball 5 times, and 3 of the 5 times has been inside Oak Grove's territory.
Outside of the 1 long pass by Oak Grove, this first half has been dominated by Malvern, but we're all tied up. Seth Henderson to the near side, the right side. On the reverse, it's Vincent Bradford at the 45, the 40, down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. First down to the 39.
This is KBOK in Malvern.
To the 34-yard line. I think I said 39. It's 15 yards on the carry to the 34. 1st and 10 at the 34 of Oak Grove. And Charlie, Malvern has William Burks, Vincent Bradford, and Seth Henderson that they'll run on reverses. and they have a lot of offensive weapons when they do that. Brashears on a straight pitch. Philip Jimerson back in there. Good block by Donnie Gage, and a good tackle made by number 33 for Oak Grove after about a 2 or maybe 3 yard gain by Jimerson. Thad Sapington doing a good job there. Let's give him 2 yards. Let's just give him 1 yard on the carry. 2nd down and 9.
Here, Malvern's got 4 first downs the first half with 9:56 to go in the first half, and Oak Grove has yet to make their initial first down. So you can say that their defense is really playing tonight.
But they do have the touchdown. And it's 6-6, 2nd and 9 from the 33. Quick pass, complete to Seth Henderson, trying to break tackles. He's going to be hemmed in. And he loses the football, but the whistle had blown at the 28-yard line, well short of the first down, as the defending back on the play had a hold of Seth Henderson's jersey, Charlie. Otherwise, he would probably rip that one for a lot more, but just was able to hold on to him until the pursuit got there, and it will be 3rd down and about 4 yards. The ball at the 28-yard line. 9:03 to go, first half of this ball game, all tied at 6. Chad Brashears takes the snap. He fakes, play action. He breaks away from a rushing linebacker and gets back to the 30-yard line. And that's all. It'll be 4th down. It'll be a loss of a couple. 4th and, well, let's call it 4th and long 5 at the 30.
Well, Larry, I'm looking for Coach Alpy to try the reverse the other way, William Burks. It was very successful last week against Lake Hamilton, and he hasn't run that yet this ball game.
Dale Horn comes up over the ball, and on 4th and 5, Malvern goes for it. Brashears back to pass, looking deep. Going toward the end zone, it's hung up. Great catch by Seth Henderson. Touchdown. Again, an excellent catch by Cedric Henderson. And it's a 30-yard, 34-yard touchdown pass. Seth Henderson, his 2nd touchdown reception. It comes with 8:13 to go in the 2nd quarter. The extra point attempt by Michael Langley to put Malvern on top by 7. There's a snap, the hold, it's up. It's good. And there's timeout on the field now. 8:13 to go first half. The Malvern Leopards in this AAA playoff game takes a 13-6 lead over Oak Grove. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Catching that football. That one went 34 yards. The extra point good. Malvern by 7. Here's the line drive kickoff by Eddie Ray Hines, taken by number 2, Gabriel Harris. At the 4, he's across the 20 up to about the 30-yard line. A big pile up there. Kent Keith, Brian Heinley underneath that, along with Jason Purifoy. And getting down there to get a helmet in, also Eddie Ray Hines, and that's status quo because Eddie Ray kicks off, and he's always somewhere around the tackle. It will be marked at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Oak Grove Hornets. The only score that they've had has been a long 75-yard first down pass. Let's see. They're going to pass on first down again. This time, it's incomplete as they intend the ball for number 20, Eric Ardone. Kent Keith with a close coverage, and the pass may have been deflected at the line of scrimmage.
That time, Eddie Ray Hines got a beautiful rush on the quarterback. I think he got a hand on the ball as he released it. But Eddie Ray's been putting pressure every time that the quarterback drops back.
If he did not get a hand on it, he sure did disrupt it as it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Oak Grove back to pass again. Long pass out to the sideline. Nice touch, but incomplete. Out of bounds. The flag's going to be thrown on Jason Purifoy. And that will be for a late hit out of bounds. The pass again intended for Ardone. It was a good touch by the quarterback, Brown, but it was out of bounds clearly, and clearly Jason Purifoy hit the man out of bounds, trying to make sure he did not catch it, and that will be costing Malvern, be a major penalty, and give the Oak Grove Hornets a first down. The Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught many things through sports. In addition to the skills, they learn self-control, ideals of fair play and honesty, respect for authority and for opposing players as well. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from each player's athletic experiences. This game sanctioned by the Arkansas Activities Association. They mark the ball at the 47-yard line, 46-yard line, make that. And it's 1st and 10 for the Oak Grove Hornets after the penalty against Jason Purifoy for the late hit out of bounds. Brown back to pass again, got time, got a man open. It's underthrown, batted down. Nice play made there by Jason Purifoy.
Well, Larry, it looks like they're trying to pick on Jason. You know, that time, the last play, he had the man covered well. And this time, he almost had an interception.
Roy Dollarhide, the intended receiver. Jason Purifoy, a junior, 5'10", 152 pounds. It's 2nd down and 10. Malvern leading by its 7, 13-6. Oak Grove with the ball 1st and 10, a 2nd and 10 at their own 46. Brown back to pass. Isaac gives him a rush. The ball is tipped by Vincent Bradford into the hands of the receiver, and it's complete. Nice catch, staying with the ball, number 33, Thad Sapington. They had the rush, Charlie, and they had the defense, but that just was a break for Oak Grove. They got the pass away. It was tipped by Vincent Bradford, and Sapington picked it off at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. We go with that split backfield, handoff inside, and on second effort, good play, good run of about 6 yards when he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and that is the fullback, number 44, Wortham, and Wortham run into William Burks, and Charlie Wortham has a good drive in his legs because he carried William for about 4 yards.
Well, Larry, anytime that you tackle a man up high, he's going to have a lot of strength, and that time William grabbed the man around the chest and actually stopped him, and then the boy just kept driving.
2 wideouts for Oak Grove on the first down pass, in and out of the hands on a quick pass intended for number 5, Shane Bissell, and defending on the play, Kent Keith. Charlie, that was a dangerous pass there. It was just off his hands. That could have gone for a long way. Oak Grove now, Charlie, has pretty much become predominantly a passing team in this ball game.
Well, Larry, in the first meeting, Oak Grove was predominantly run. They only threw the ball 3 or 4 times, or I say 3 or 4. They had 4 interceptions.
Handoff inside, and not much there as Isaac Davis brings down number 33 on the carry. That is Sapington. And it will set up a 4th down and a long, 4th down and 4. And let's see what the Hornets of Oak Grove do here. They're going to send their punting unit on. As Sapington drops back to punt, let's watch this. Make sure that they don't have any trickery here. Nope. A straight snap to the punter. That he's going to try to just pooch it out there and get a bounce. It does bounce out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark the football. It looks like about the 12-yard line on the far sideline, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Malvern now. And that site will be determined on our McDonald's wrap-up program following this game. We'll talk to Coach Alpe should Malvern hang on and find out details about where they would play and who they would play next week. Long pass on 1st down to Seth Henderson at the 45, just overthrown, incomplete. So Malvern also passing from deep in their own territory on 1st down, and that's the thing I like about playoff games, Charlie, because they are very unpredictable.
Well, it seems like everybody gets away from their game plan when you go into the state playoffs. And, you know, Malvern has thrown the ball well this year, but I've never seen them throw from this deep in their own territory.
Well, certainly, Charlie, when you play a team for the second time, you want to have the element of surprise, and both teams have done that on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10 now. Henderson again wide out to the near side, the right side for the offense. Handoff inside. Looks like Philip Jimerson on the carry, and not much there. Gets to the 11, and that's all. So actually a loss of a yard, 3rd down and 11 here, and a tough call for the offense. With the play, number 62, hustling in, Jeremy Stevens. I tell you what, those guards get a lot of exercise, Charlie, running those plays in.
Well, I tell you, it doesn't seem like it. You know, people watch them run in and out, but that's a long way. That's probably 40 yards one direction.
Malvern still with a double tight end offensive set. Brashear's option is going to pass, going long for Henderson again. Again overthrown at the 50. This time incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and Malvern will have to punt back to the Hornet offense from deep in their own territory as the punting unit comes on. 13-7. Malvern scoring on 2 passes to Seth Henderson, and Oak Grove scoring on a pass to Eric Ardone. 13-6 is the score. 13-6 in the second quarter of this ball game. 5:16 to go. As Chad Brashear's well into the end zone to punt the ball out. Single safety for Oak Grove. They rush the kick again. He gets it away. Nice kick under those conditions. It's taken a fair catch at the 47 by number 30, Chris Haynes. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets of Oak Grove. Charlie, as I mentioned earlier, Malvern won the first game, the regular season game, 19-7 over Oak Grove. The first year that these two teams are split up. They also played, though, this is really the 3rd time because they played in a jamboree game, and Malvern won that on some penalties, 7-0. But the penalties set them up. So these teams know each other quite well, and that's probably why we've seen so many 1st down passes to try to surprise. And back to a 1st down pass goes Oak Grove, going short. It's incomplete, and now complete. A juggling act at the 21-yard line. Number 24 for Oak Grove, Roy Dollarhide, went up, tipped the ball, and then it came back down. I believe we have a flag on the play. A flag thrown at the far side of the field, and by the looks of it, that juggling catch, that circus catch, will be nullified, and it'll be a penalty against the Hornets of Oak Grove.
Illegal procedure. I believe it's all sides.
1st and 15. So quite a catch by Dollarhide.
There, that's the 2nd pass that's been tipped that's been completed by Oak Grove.
The ends for Oak Grove doing a good job with their concentration. Stay with that football. 1st and 15 now. The ball in Oak Grove's own 48. Handoff inside. Good job inside by the defense as Wortham is brought down by William Burks. Hit at the 50. They say he made it to the 48 of Malvern. So a gain of 4 from the 48 to the 48, and it's 2nd down and 11. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have some music from the Malvern, the pride of Hot Spring County, the mighty Leopard Band. Split backfield, 2 wideouts to the far side. Going over the middle, way overthrown at the 20, incomplete. And crashing in there on the quarterback, number 74, Mike Cantrell, with a pass rush. And that, Charlie, that's one way you stop a good passing team, is with a pass rush. And when you've got 6'2", 234 Mike Cantrell coming at you, you need to get rid of the football, and he did. Quite early there, incomplete.
Well, Larry, you know, the Malvern defense has been rushing the passer very well. Like you said, Mike Cantrell, 6'2", 234. Eddie Ray, 6'7", 219. And Paul Butler, 6'1", 245. They've all put pressure on the quarterback. 3rd down and 11. Brown back to pass again for Oak Grove. He's got time. Gets it over the middle. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of 33. We got a flag thrown, though. Sapington, the intended receiver, the flag thrown right there on that play. That will more than likely be against the Malvern Leopards. It'll be defensive holding. And from a 3rd, what would have been a 4th and 11, it ends up being, I believe they're going to mark off 10 yards on this, Charlie. We'll set up a 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1. It is a 10-yard holding call. 3rd and 1. The ball goes to the 39 of Oak Grove, of Malvern, I should say. Oak Grove at the Malvern 39.
And Oak Grove trying to find a way to tie this ball game up before halftime. 4:08 to go in the first half of our ball game. Class AAA playoff game, and 2 of the 16 teams that will be narrowed after tonight to half of that, Charlie. Charlie, Malvern, of course, the Malvern Upwards no stranger to the Class AAA playoffs. They've been, over the last 10 years, into the playoffs several times, making it to the semifinals once against Dollarway. Remember that game? They were 1 play away from making the finals, and also they made it to the quarterfinals, I think, in '85. So they've had some good results, but right now, more importantly, we got 3rd and 1. Oak Grove back to pass on 3rd and short. Going long, the ball up for grabs and intercepted at the 19. Mark Traylor with the interception. Mark was the defensive back with the interception against Lake Hamilton that secured that 13-point victory last week. He gets one here at the 18-yard line. That's the 3rd turnover against the Oak Grove, or I should say 3rd turnover the offense has had for Oak Grove, as Mark Traylor intercepted at the 18, and Malvern's in business, 1st and 10. Santa Henderson, lone wideout, sent out to the right by Chad Brashears. Malvern's number 7 takes the snap. The Leopards quarterback over the middle to Santa Henderson, complete. He breaks the tackle at the 35 to the 36. So a quick pass from the 18 to the 36, a gain of 18 yards for Seth Henderson. And Brian Heinley brings the first down play in. Charlie, I don't think that I've seen a high school game in a long, long time that had so many first down passes.
Well, you know, Larry, that's Chad Bashears throwing 5 for 13. He's had 3 first down passes.
And he started out 0 for 5, so he's 5 for 8 since that time.
Well, I tell you, you know, Oak Grove has put some pretty good rushes on Chad, and they've had awfully good pass defense. And really, it's just taken some kind of a communication breakdown on Oak Grove's part for Malvern to even get open. That time, Seth Henderson was wide open.
You know, the Hornets' most athletic player, their biggest and most important player, Gabriel Harris, is the one guarding Seth Henderson. Chad Brashears run out of the pocket. There's a flag thrown as Harris knocks that ball away from Henderson on first down. Incomplete. And that will probably be a holding call against Malvern in there somewhere on the pass defense. And that is the call. So that will set up a 1st and long. But Charlie, it's been a well-played first half by both these football teams. The turnovers have not really been that big a factor. It could have been a lot worse on the turnovers.
Larry, you know,
the biggest turnover was Malvern turnover when they got inside the 5 and they did not punch it in. But then moments later they did score. So it's been pretty much a hard-fought first half, and the turnover is not as big a factor as you might have thought. Seth Henderson going out to the left as a wideout. And on 1st and 25, a reverse to William Burks, who's all alone on the sideline at the 40, driven out of bounds hard at the 45, but a gain of about 25, just enough, looks like, for the first down, or very close at the 46. And what a quick reverse, and when he turned, he was all alone, Charlie. Nobody touched him for 20 yards.
Larry, that time, Chad Bashears faked to Jemerson, and the whole defense took the fake.
And first down. Malvern with the first down. Again, we thank you for listening tonight. We want to say hello to the Malvern Fire Department. Some of the fine gentlemen down there, of course, pulling their shift, unable to come to the football game. We're glad they're listening. I'm going to remind you, well, I will in a few moments. Right now, again, the same offensive set for Malvern. High backfield, double tight ends, Seth Henderson out to the left. Malvern with a 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Brashears to pass for the Leopards. Long pass complete at the 40 to Henderson. Henderson tries to come back a few yards to get away from number 20 out there, Eric Ardone. And that may have cost him the first down. He had 12. He came back a bit. They're going to mark it just shy of the first down, give him a gain of 9. Charlie, again, I want to remind the folks that this game will be showed on Malvern Cable TV Saturday morning at 10 and Sunday afternoon at 2, and we're privileged to have the audio on the game, and we appreciate the Malvern Cable TV people for doing that. This time Henderson goes to the right, and Brashear's back to pass, looking for him again, wide open, and overthrown just a bit. Henderson could not pull it down. Incomplete at the 30. And again, it is really uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Malvern this year on 2nd and 1 to go for the long one. And that's the thing when you play a team for the second time around, Charlie. Both these teams showing a good passing attack.
Well, you know, Larry, Malvern, they've had the people open occasionally, and seems like they just can't complete the pass. They're having quite a bit of trouble. They're 6 and 15 tonight.
Well said, Henderson was open there. They didn't quite connect. 3rd and short. Let's see if maybe a quarterback sneak is in order here. No, gonna pass. Brashear's, it's knocked down, and so is Brashear's. Number 34 crashing in for Oak Grove, Andy Chun. And Charlie, that's sometimes what you risk when you continue to pass, is because they'll start firing off that line, and now we're faced with a 4th down and 1 for the Malvern Leopards. A big play coming up here. The ball at the Oak Grove 44-yard line. Malvern we got 2:30 to go in the first half. Malvern looking to get up by a couple of touchdowns here, but they are facing a crucial 4th and 1 on this call. They're going to go with their double wing to the right again. Let's see if the lone back, Philip Jimerson, runs that way. Nope, quarterback sneak on that one. And a first down at the 41. Gain of 3. Charlie, it is a privilege when you have Dale Horn, Mike Teague, Brian Heinley, Mike Cantrell, Isaac Davis on that offensive line, because they have 2nd and short, and it appeared that Coach Alpy was never really worried about getting the first down. And when they needed it on 4th, it was really relatively easy to move that Oak Grove team off the line of scrimmage. A good job by the offensive line. On first down, Brashear's going long. Henderson at the 10. Henderson near the goal line. It's complete, and he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A 40-yard pass completion to Ced Henderson, and Cedric is here to play. He's caught 2 touchdowns, almost had his 3rd. He's caught 1 and run for the other. Thank you, Charlie, for pointing that out. He's scored 2 touchdowns, and he almost scored his 3rd one there. I think I mentioned earlier that he caught 2 passes, but he's run for 1 touchdown and caught another. Philip Jimerson over the top and in. On 1st and goal, Jimerson leaping into the end zone, and the Malvern Leopards have built their lead to now 19-6 as Michael Langley comes on for the extra point. So give Philip Jimerson a touchdown here, set up by a great 40-yard pass to Cedric Henderson with 2:10 to go in the first half. A 1-yard run by Jimerson. Malvern on top 19-6. The extra point is up. Langley's got it perfect. We have time out on the field. In the first half, Malvern now moving out on top over Oak Grove by a score of 20-6. The kickoff in 30 seconds.
Find out more about the Ouachita Votech. Visit their friendly campus soon or call the Votech at 332-3658.
Larry, before the kickoff, Malvern drove 72 yards in 9 plays, capped off by a 1-yard plunge by Philip Jimerson and a 40-yard touchdown by Ced Henderson, or 40-yard pass completion by Ced Henderson.
Gabriel Harris deep as Eddie Ray Hines kicks to him at the 5. He's across the 10 to the 20. A big hole, the 25, 30, out to the 40. 2 men to beat, now 1. And it looks like Kevin Biggs gets him at the 45-yard line. Or he got Kevin Biggs at the 45-yard line.
Eddie Ray got him just as Biggs lowered his head, but Eddie Ray was coming from the backside. Good tackle by two young, fine Malvern players.
He had only Eddie Ray and Kevin to beat, and almost did. Got it to the 43, so that's a return of 47. And, of course, Lake Hamilton did return one all the way on Malvern, so...
Well, you know, Larry, anytime that there's a seam opens up, everybody's got their lanes that they try to cover. And if a seam opens, you're in trouble.
Brown, 1st and 10, passing over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted by Jason Purifoy at the 32.
First down was intercepted.
And it was. They say he did pick it up just above the ground. What a great catch by Purifoy. So that stops Oak Grove right now. And Malvern has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 32. And Charlie, that ball was thrown so low, I didn't think anybody could get to it. And lo and behold, Purifoy did come up with it. That's the 4th turnover, two interceptions, 2 fumbles by Oak Grove. And Brashear's looking for more. Back to pass. He's hit from behind, but gets the pass away. It's complete at the 50 to William Burks. He's down to the 49. An 18-yard pass completion, 1st down at the Oak Grove 49-yard line. As Brashear's getting rid of that football just as he was hit. And a great touch on that football. Malvern looking to go up by more.
1:31 to go in the first half.
1st and 10, Leopards. Brashear's to pass. Gets a good block by Jimerson. Going long for Seth Henderson. Overthrown at the 15-yard line. On the far sideline, 2 flags thrown on the play. And looks like this might be against Oak Grove. The early indication was that it might be. Malvern looking to make it into the 2nd round of this AAA playoffs. And Charlie, there are some great football teams, including this Malvern football team. And it sure will be pleasant to follow this team. And 3 more victories after this one, and it's all over. It will be my mistake against Malvern. Looked like
personal foul.
And that will cost them 15. And they have now 65 yards to get to the end zone. The ball marked at just about the 35-yard line. Been a great season of high school football, and it's been our pleasure to provide the games live on KBOK FM 93.3. A reminder that you can also hear the Arkansas Razorbacks each and every game as they play homecoming against the Baylor Bears. We'll have the pregame starting at 2:30 Saturday afternoon right here. Here's a 1st down and 25. That's a delay, a draw play to Philip Jimerson. He'll get to 39, a gain of 4, that's all. That'll run some time off the clock here. Malvern trying to cross him up and make him look for the pass and run it up the middle.
1:09 to go in the half.
A hurry-up offense for the Malvern Leopards, sending Henderson out to the far side. He gets a hand signal from Brashears, who looks for him on the pass. Now looking over the middle to Vincent Bradford. Knocked away nicely by Gabriel Harris at the 45. Incomplete. Set up 3rd down and 25 with 56 seconds to go. And Charlie, they'll try one more long pass, I suppose, and then have to punt it away if they do not make it.
Well, Larry, a lot can happen in 56 seconds. It doesn't seem like very long, but when you're on a football field, that's quite a bit of time.
Malvern with a 3rd and 25. The Leopards back to pass Brashears. Looks. He throws over the middle. It's behind, said Henderson, incomplete. Incomplete. Depending on the play, number 33, Saplington, and also number 2, Gabriel Harris. So the punting unit comes on for the Malvern Leopards. 51 seconds. Oak Grove will have maybe a couple, 3 plays to get the ball down and try to get another score. They trail Malvern by a score of 20-6 as the Leopards have built a 14-point lead. We are still in the first half. Good snap, big rush, and no flag as Brashears is knocked down hard. The ball goes out of bounds at the 30 to 25. 3 Hornets got in there, And as you can tell, the Leopard fans are howling about it.
Well, you know, Larry, that was pretty good sportsmanship. Number 66 was one of them that got Chad. I think that the referee saw that the ball might have been tipped, but 66 come over, patted Chad on the head, you know, told him, hey, we didn't mean to hurt you, you know, which is pretty good sporting.
Well, you heard the howl from the Leopard fans, but that's not going to change the call at all. It's at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Oak Grove Hornets, and they have 44 seconds to move it down the field. As Brown back, whoop, he's going to hand off to his fullback, trying to catch Malvern.
Good tackle made there by Big Isaac Davis.
Trying to catch Malvern, looking for the pass. Isaac plugging that hole, and Big Isaac is right, 6'3", 325, one of the two Malvern players that Coach Hatfield was at Lake Hamilton to see last week. And Isaac has an excellent chance of being our next Leopard to go to the University of Arkansas. There's a handoff inside again. Big Isaac's got him. No gain.
It looks like that'll be the last play of the first half.
And that will be the case. So Malvern will take their 20-6 lead into the dressing room. It's been a very well played first half. Number 8 for Oak Grove, Jeff Caldwell to do the kicking. And deep for Malvern in the middle. Normally it's Mark Traylor, but looks like it's Philip Jimerson this time round.
Onside kick.
And it's taken and dropped by Oak Grove at the 49, and Malvern will have the football as they recover it. A good job there by 57, Brian Heinley, to stay with that. And Charlie, I'm not sure it went 10 yards. They threw a flag. They kicked from the 40. It's to the 49. And I'm not sure it went 10 yards. They may give us, we're not going to speculate on this, but I don't think it went the necessary 10 yards before an Oak Grove player touched the football, and then Brian Heinley able to wrestle it away from him.
Well, Larry, that was almost a perfect onside kick, except I don't believe it went 10 yards, like you said.
Charlie, that's the thing about it is, as they may give Malvern the option of taking the ball right there, the thing about it is when you have a playoff game, it's do or die, they take out all the stops, and I'm sure that Oak Grove, we can expect anything here in the second half.
First down Malvern at the 49.
And they do give them the option. They did not go the necessary yardage. And Malvern will have the football at the 49. Great field position. That is a big gamble for Oak Grove in this ball game, and it did not pay off for them. It almost did, though, Charlie. One more yard in the break, and they would have been okay.
Well, there was Oak Grove players all around the ball that time, which, you know, like I said on the kickoff, that is a live football. Very alert play by Brian Heinley, realizing that it was a live football and went for the cover.
They still discuss it with the Malvern upper defense, and it's still going to be okay. It was a kick-catching interference call, and it's declined by Malvern. They get the ball at the 49. So still, it boils down to very good field position to start the third quarter here for the Malvern Leopards, with a 9-1 regular season mark against the 4-4-1 Pulaski Oak Grove Hornets in the first round of the Class AAA playoffs. 1st and 10 Malvern at the 49 of Oak Grove. Brashears at quarterback for the Leopards. He'll hand off to Philip Jimerson. Jimerson behind the block of Donnie Gage gets about 3. 2nd down and 7. The ball marked to the 47-yard line of Oak Grove. Same offense we've seen entirely in this ball game, with the exception of course, alternating at guard positions to bring the play in, and Philip Jimerson, who was out for a while from Mark Traylor. It's interesting to see that Philip Jimerson was deep on that kickoff return. It's been mostly Mark Traylor all season. Let's see if Mark's maybe been shaken up. Handoff Jimerson. Jimerson sweeping to the far side, is pulled down from behind by number 74 for the Hornets, A.J. Blaney. And not much there. It'll be third down, probably a loss of about a yard. Third down and 8. Charlie, I'm still I'm more than just a little bit. I'm still trying to find out what happened to Mark Traylor. I don't see him on the sideline. Brashear's options, pitches to Jimerson. Jimerson trying to turn the corner, stumbles a bit, gets to the 45 of Oak Grove, and that's it. Set up a fourth down, and the punting unit will come on for Malvern.
That time Oak Grove's defense had that play pretty well covered. Jimerson stumbled, as you said, but I don't think he'd have made the first down, even if he had.
It is a fourth down. Chad Brashear's to punt. Deep for Oak Grove is number 30, Chris Haynes.
This is KBOK Malvern. It's 9 o'clock.
A good punt. Yes, a great kick by Brashear's and a fair catch by Haynes, and good coverage down there by number 62 for Malvern, Jeremy Stevens, along with number 58, George Hathcock, who did the deep snap. And a fair catch made by Haynes at the 4-yard line. So Oak Grove in trouble in their own territory at their own 4-yard line.
Larry, I don't think the young man realized where he was at on the football field, because he threw up his hand for the fair catch, and he was standing at the 4, and the ball would have had to went into the end zone.
First and 10, the Hornets of Oak Grove, as Smith has Sean Brown at quarterback, hands off inside, and not much there. A big pileup at the 5-yard line. Eddie Ray Hines and Mike Cantrell. Number 44, Wortham on the carry.
Big Isaac Davis also on the stop.
A gain of maybe a yard. Second down and 9. Again, a wide receiver to both sides of the field for Oak Grove. We're going to pass in their own territory. Second and 9. Long pass out. Almost intercepted, was it?
Yes.
Jason Purifoy with his second interception at the 21-yard line. So the Hornets continue to gamble, and Purifoy pulling that one down. It was intended for Thad Sapington, and a great job by Jason Purifoy to bring it down, his second of the ball game. And Malvern in great field position here after the turnover, the 5th turnover against the Hornets in the ball game. At the 21-yard line of Oak Grove, 9:22 to go in the third quarter. Seth Henderson wide to the right. Brashear's hands off Jimerson. Jimerson up the middle. Jimerson breaking tackles, getting loose. Jimerson inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line. A great run by Philip Jimerson. A gain of about 16 yards. They mark it at about the 6-yard line. Philip Jimerson, a junior tailback, 5'9", 156, playing a great ball game.
Larry, that was a good open hole that time by Dale Horn, Brian Heinley, and Jeremy Stevens.
Handoff. Jimerson hit once, turns it around, and goes toward the goal line. Very close. Almost made it, but it will be just shy of the goal line at the 1-yard line, and set up second down and goal for the Malvern Leopards, leading by 14 points. 20-6.
That time, Larry, the 3 center players opened the ball up, opened the hole up again for Philip Jimerson.
Brashear's a quarterback, double wings to the right. Let's see if Jimerson goes that way. Right behind the wing backs, trying to get his head toward the end zone. He stopped. Good job inside by the defense of the Oak Grove Hornets. Big number 74, A.J. Blaney, the nose guard, again stopping him there on that short yardage play. Goal line defense, third down and goal for the Malvern Leopards. Again, double wing to the right, Donnie Gage and Seth Henderson. Jimerson running the same play, leaps over the top, and for the second time in the ball game, Jimerson has leaped over the line and scored. Touchdown, Malvern, with 7:44 to go, third quarter. Philip Jimerson with his second 1-yard dive into the end zone. And Malvern now leads 26-6. The extra point attempt by Michael Langley to tack on a 21-point lead here, Charlie, and that's going to be a lot for sure. There's a kick, it's up, and it's good. And timeout on the field with 7:44 to go, third quarter. It's the Malvern Leopards 27 and the Oak Grove Hornets 6. We're back after this 30-second timeout. To the 5 to Harris. Harris very dangerous to the 15, the 20. Flag thrown, and Harris is down at the 25. And we'll check the flag on that. Charlie, 27 points by Malvern. They're one touchdown away from matching their biggest output offensively of the season, which was 34 points last week, and they needed every one of them to get here. So the offense, you know, when you look at the offense, they sputtered in the mid part of the season because some mechanics went wrong for them, and they had some problems on offense. And, for instance, they only scored 6 points against Whitehall. Camden Fairview, a likely opponent for next week, they beat them 7-0. But then the last 4 games of the season coming in here, 27, 28, 21, and 34, they have 27 here. And they've held the opponents to 8, 0, 6, and 21 over that time period. So it's been well-balanced football by the Malvern Leopards.
Well, you know, Larry, the name of the game is the defense can't let the other team score, but the offense has got to get points on to win. And Malvern's been doing it the second half of the season.
The penalty does go against Oak Grove, and they have the ball at their own 13-yard line. So again, they're faced with very poor field position. And they'll pass on first down. Oak Grove into the back. Oh, what a hit. What a tremendous hit to shake the ball out of the hands of the tailback, Vincent Bradford, really putting a helmet on number 44, Clay Wortham. There's a flag thrown over there, but I tell you what, that was one of the finest tackles thus far this season. I mean, it just, you could hear that all the way up here, Charlie.
Well, I tell you, Vincent Bradford he's an outstanding ball player on both sides. Offsetting penalties.
So,
excuse me, illegal procedure against Oak Grove declined by Malvern.
It's second down and 10 after that. Second and 10 for the Oak Grove Hornets. They have the ball at their own 13-yard line, trailing by 21. The pitch goes to number 2. That fleet back, turning the corner, knocked out of bounds hard by William Burks. Carrying the football, number 2, Gabriel Harris. And Harris gets good yardage out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 10, very close to a first down on second and 10. And I tell you what, Charlie, he has showed some flashes of quickness. He returned one touchdown, one kickoff, I should say, and almost broke it for a touchdown at one point. And this was a fine run by Mr. Harris here.
Well, you know, Larry, Harris, like you said, is one of the quicker backs that we've seen. But Malvern has contained him very well. I don't care how good a defense you are, you're not going to shut down a super back like Harris.
They are bringing the chains all the way across the field, so we'll wait and check the measurement here. We have 7:08 to go, third quarter, and it will be a first down for the Hornets of Oak Grove. Charlie, we want to make a note on our wrap-up program, on McDonald's wrap-up program with Coach Alpy, which follows this broadcast, to ask him about Mark Traylor. I believe Mark's got a jacket on. I think he is out of the ball game, so obviously hurt one way or another, and he has not come back in. Number 81, Scotty Danley in his position, and the defensive secondary. On first down, handoff inside, fullback, nothing there, except Big Isaac, and along with number 51, Paul Butler on the tackle. or a very short gain. Paul Butler's played well this year. Paul missed this game the first time around with an injury, and that was the only game he missed all season. So he's glad to be in there against the Hornets. 6'1", 245-pound senior Paul Butler. Again, Danley playing in the place of Mark Traylor in the secondary for Malvern. Back to pass. And the pass on the near sideline. Knocked away nicely by Kent Keith. Out of bounds. Incomplete. Good play by Kent Keith coming over from his safety position to knock the ball away and give Ardone no chance to catch it. That was great timing on that.
There, that time, Scotty Danley had real tight coverage on the receiver, but Kent Keith went after the ball, and if he hadn't, Scotty Danley may have had an interception there.
Third down and a little over 10 yards to go for the Hornets of Oak Grove. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of the ball game. As the Hornets will pass again. Back to pass. And incomplete, almost intercepted. And incomplete at the 40. As Kevin Biggs almost picked one off. The pass intended for number 24, Dollarhide, from Sean Brown. And it's fourth down, and Oak Grove will be punting. And deep for Malvern in the place of Mark Traylor, number 43, Ced Henderson.
That time Kevin Biggs fell on the football right on his chest at the football, and I think it sort of knocked his breath out of him.
A high snap from Sapington. He gets a line drive kick. It bounces one time to Ced Henderson. Henderson juking down the sideline and still on his feet, but they'll call him out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A good return, 14 yards from Ced Henderson, doing it all on his own there, doing a good job. So we hope that Mark Traylor is going to be able to be back next week. As Mark, I believe when he fumbled inside the 5, I think that's the last time we saw him in the ball game. Charlie,
I believe it was, Larry.
We'll have to ask Coach on a wrap-up about that. We hope it's nothing serious, certainly. First and 10, Malvern. Donnie Gage and Philip Jimerson. The handoff goes to Gage, the fullback. They fake a pitch to Jimerson and send it up the middle. A flag on the far side, probably a procedure penalty, as the ball is at the 42-yard line. That would, if it stood, be a 6-yard, rather 4-yard gain. It will not stand. It'll be a motion penalty against the Malvern Leopards. Will set them back 5 yards, first and 15. One more time, I would like to remind you, you can see this game on Malvern Cable TV, channel 13 at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And also Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. It will be repeated. And it's our pleasure, of course, Charlie, to do the audio on the game. And we appreciate Malvern Cable TV people for allowing this and helping out. And it's going to be great to see the Leopards on TV. High backfield, the snap from center. Brashears, hands off. Philip Jimerson. Jimerson breaks to the 50. That's all, a gain of about 3, setting up a second down and 13.
Larry, this is the third possession for Malvern this half. All 3 of them have started inside the 50-yard line.
And, you know, Charlie, with a lead of 21 points, Malvern will be content, for the most part, to keep it on the ground. Now, with second and 13, you may have to go into the air, try to keep this drive alive. But they want to run off time now, and they're going to keep it on the ground. At Jimerson behind the block by Vincent Bradford. A late flag, and it looks like probably a face mask. Well, check the way that flag was thrown.
Spearing.
And somebody on Oak Grove is going to get a major penalty here. I believe it was number 2, Gabriel Harris, that got that. I may be mistaken. He was either number 2 or number 24, Dollarhide, that got that penalty flag thrown on him. And certainly Malvern will be in good field position here as they mark that off. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Malvern on top comfortably here, 27-6.
Big penalty, 15 yards.
The ball goes to the 33-yard line of the Hornets. That'll make Malvern's 11th first down.
to only 3 for Oak Grove.
Benson Bradford in the slot back position. It's going to be a straight handoff to Jimerson. Jimerson with some room out near the 29-yard line of Oak Grove. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Good stop made there by Gabriel Harris.
A great night for football, and what a turnout for Malvern Leopard fans. I tell you what, Charlie, that we have so many fans that all come out to these football games, and that really is the, I guess, the 12th man, whether you're playing offense, defense, or whatever. It's very important to have this fan support. Jimerson tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Good play made by number 34, Chun. And he'll get back to the 30-yard line. That's all. Set up a 3rd down and 7 for Malvern here. Charlie, I would not be surprised if Malvern does not, if they are able to march this into the end zone, that we might be able to see some of the second-teamers in the playoffs. And that would really be a plus for Malvern, giving these some of the second-stringers some experience in a playoff situation like this. We'll see. Brashear's back to pass for the Leopards, going long on the far sideline for Seth Henderson in the end zone, in and out of the hands of Henderson, incomplete. And it sets up a 4th down. Henderson one-on-one against number 20, Eric Ardone. Had it for a second, but couldn't hang on. Incomplete, as Henderson was looking for his 3rd touchdown of the night. 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter here at Claude Mann Stadium. Malvern on top by a score of 27-6. Malvern with a 20-6 halftime lead. This game was tied 6-6 after the first quarter of play. Brashear's on 4th down, going over the middle for Henderson, in and out of his hands, incomplete. And Malvern will turn the ball over on down. And a slant pattern at the 20. Henderson cannot hang on, and the defense comes on the team from on the field. In his position at linebacker. Brian Heinley in for William Burks at linebacker. Heinley blitzing, and they chase the quarterback. He gets it away. It's complete at the 45, the 50, and up into there at the Malvern 46. Number 33, Sapington. And a quick 1st down pass, but a penalty against Oak Grove.
That time, I don't know what the call will turn out to be, but it's Big Isaac is the one that's really happy. I bet he thinks he got held. The illegal push against Big Isaac. There was about 3 hit him that time. Isaac has been triple teamed and 4-teamed all year long. Anytime that you go like 2 or 1, Isaac's after the quarterback.
1st and 15, the ball at the Oak Grove 25-yard line. And 3:44 to go, 3rd quarter. And a lot of happy Leopard fans out here. They're just enjoying the heck out of this ball game, Charlie. And it's understandable. It's a playoff game of utmost importance. And they lead by 21. Handoff inside. And number 2, Gabriel Harris, getting some running room out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 13. And shy of the 1st down, but setting up a good 2nd down and short for the Hornets of Oak Grove. Charlie, that's 2nd and 1. That's sometimes when the team is behind by 21, you know, you expect to pass so much that it does open up the ground game, but as long as they run, Malvern will let them.
2:56 to go.
And they run the same play to Gabriel Harris, and Harris stopped right there. On 2nd effort, he might have got the 1st down. But Mike Cantrell, Isaac Davis, and who else? Paul Butler. One more, Eddie Ray Hines on the tackle. I don't have to look at Eddie Ray's number. Just when he stands up, he's so tall, it's obvious who it is. They're going to bring the chains on and measure. It looks like they may be just shy of the 1st down, and if so, it would set up a 3rd down and short. They stretch the chain out, and it's enough for the 1st down. Missed that one. at the 41-yard line of Oak Grove. 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
With 2:29 to go in the third quarter, that's only Oak Grove's 4th first down. So Malvern's defense has played superb on both sides of the half.
Well, I'd like to remind you on FM 93.3 to stay tuned after the game for the McDonald's wrap-up program with Coach Alpe. It's always nice to talk to the coach, especially after a win. Back to pass, being chased out of the pocket. Thrown up, intercepted by Vincent Bradford at the 50. He fights back to the 43-yard line. Bradford picks it off at the 50, and again chalked that one up to the pass rush, forcing Sean Brown out of the pocket, and he threw on the run.
That time, Isaac hit the quarterback just as he let go of the football. You know, the quarterback had to rush the pass. You know, I would with Isaac coming after me.
And you're a lot bigger than the quarterback.
But not near as big as Isaac.
The pitch goes to Jimerson. Jimerson looking for a block by Gage. Gets it and gets the ball upfield to the 40. A gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for the Malvern Leopards. And we have 1:40 to go in the third quarter. The Malvern fans pretty much quiet right now, just kind of writing this out. Charlie?
Well, you know, Larry, it's a happy time for the Malvern fans. We're looking forward to next week, unless there's some kind of a miraculous recovery.
2nd and 7. As the pitch goes to Jimerson. Jimerson turning the corner at the 40, looking at the sideline, down the sideline, and 1st down at the 30. A flag thrown there. And we'll check the flag. It will be enough for the 1st down, I believe, as they mark the ball near the 30-yard line. The flag on the far side of the field, I believe, is going to go against the Malvern Leopards. It will be a clip. That'll be a major penalty against Malvern that will nullify the fine run on the sweep by Philip Jimerson on the pitch sweep. And we've got 3 ones on our time clock. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Malvern in command, at least thus far in this ball game. Number 62 for the Malvern Leopards brings the play in. It's Jeremy Stevens. And on 2nd down and 15, they send Seth Henderson out to the near side, the right side. The Leopards quarterback Brashear's big rush gets it away. Intercepted by Gabriel Harris at the 45. Harris looking for room at the 50. On the far sideline, the 40. His speed breaking tackles to the 34-yard line. And the Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 on the intercepted pass from Brashear's by Gabriel Harris. And again, Charlie, we see the speed of Harris as he just outrun 2 or 3 tacklers and then broke 1 tackle and did a fine job returning that ball for 26 yards to the 34 of Malvern. 1st and 10 Hornets, 1:01 to go, third quarter.
Gabriel Harris is an outstanding athlete. He's a very good running back, and he plays pretty good in the defensive secondary.
William Burks back in there with Dennis Garrett at linebacking position. The pitch goes to Harris on the reverse. Number 24 is hit. Now they've got a halfback pass. It's intercepted. A double reverse pass that is intercepted by Kevin Biggs at the 11-yard line. I believe Ardone is the one that threw the pass. They handed off to Gabriel Harris on a reverse, who then handed off to Ardone, who took off down the field with it with a pass, but right there, all the way, Kevin Biggs for the interception, and Malvern gets the ball right back.
Larry, that time, I believe it was William Burks is the one that disrupted all of that in the backfield. He hit Harris just as he handed off. He almost caused a fumble.
They marked the ball at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Leopards. A pitch, Jimerson. Jimerson turning the corner. Good block by Donnie Gage. Jimerson to the 22. And that'd be enough for almost enough for the first down. A flag thrown about the 29-yard line. So somebody in the secondary received a flag. We're having quite a few flags here in the second half of this ball game. And that will be against the Oak Grove Hornets. The penalty against Oak Grove and the penalty against Malvern declined. And this will be a replay of the down as illegal procedures are called against Malvern. And against Oak Grove, the call was, Charlie, a substitute infraction is the call against the Oak Grove Hornets. So both teams get a penalty there. Just nullify that last play. Let's do it again. 1st and 10, Malvern from their own 13-yard line. And that will be the last of the third quarter. We've played 3 quarters, as now the third quarter has come to an end. And after 3/4 of this ball game, it's Malvern 27, Malvern 27, and Oak Grove 6. And we're back in 30 seconds.
Don't let the chance of a better future pass.
Claude-Mann Stadium, the first round of the Class AAA football playoff game. The Malvern Leopards on top 27-6. They have the football deep in their own territory. The ball is marked at the, looks like the 11-yard line here. Back to pass. Nope, the handoff will be in the backfield to, I believe, Philip Jimerson on the carry. It is Jimerson. And not much there as they have the ball at about the 12-yard line. Let's mark that ball at the 10 and call it 2nd and 12. Very difficult to see down that far. 2nd and 12 from the 10, and Stevens brings the play in.
And Brian Heinley coming in behind him.
So Mike Cantrell will come out here. Malvern with a slot back. Vincent Bradford to the near side, looking for a block from Vincent, gets one, but Jimerson will cross the 10, maybe the 12, and that's all. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Again, I remind you, the Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in athletic competition. They represent their team. They represent their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards. And we salute both these teams playing in this Class AAA football playoffs. Santa Henderson to the near side. The slot back. Vincent Bradford on the far side. Handoff Jimerson. And one-on-one, that nose guard, A.J. Blaney, gets him right there. And no gain, a loss actually back inside the 10 to the 9, 4th down and about 14. And Malvern will have to punt the ball out, Charlie. Leading by 21 here. They're not trying anything fancy. I mean, early in the ball game, deep down here, they were passing. But you can see the difference. Right now, you don't want to make any mistakes because you have a 3-touchdown lead. Lone back, number 30, Chris Haynes. The kick by Brashears is going to bounce away from Haynes and go dead at the 47-yard line. It's down there by the Leopard, number
George
58.
Hathcock.
Hathcock, who does the deep snapping.
You know, Larry, that's a good trick. I did that when I was in high school. And usually whenever the snapper snaps the ball, somebody decks him. But George come through real good to cover the football on the punt.
And we have Malvern on top 27-6. Clock running at 9:45 to go in the ball game. As Sean Brown brings the play up the line of scrimmage for Oak Grove, a passing play, overthrown, incomplete. Had 2 men in the neighborhood, both open, Chun and Dollarhide. Chun started to go up. He thought it was for Dollarhide. Neither one of them got it. The ball fell to the grass at the 30, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
9:36 to go in the ball game. Still 27-6 Malvern.
And Malvern just trying to ride it out and get this victory and move on to the second round. Second down and 10. Handoff inside, not anything there. A couple of yards, that's all. As again, Mike Cantrell
and Eddie Ray Hines
puts the stop on Gabriel Harris. Charlie, again, they're trying to, with Malvern looking for the pass, trying to open up the inside running attack and try to surprise them, but Malvern's defense really digging in there and not allowing anything.
Well, Larry, you know, the last time that Oak Grove and Malvern, the Oak Grove team threw 4 interceptions. They've thrown 3 tonight.
And back pass is Brown. There's a throw. Complete in and out of the hands of number 44. That is Clay Wortham. And Wortham guarded closely by Jason Purifoy. And Wortham had the foot too early. And lost it. Lost the handle. 4th down and 9.
By Dennis Garrett had the quarterback running for his life. The quarterback had to throw the ball early.
Sapington called on to punt the football. Let's see if they got straight kicker. That Kent Keith is going to allow a drop. It takes a bounce back toward Oak. And it's down at the 30, at the 25. Kent Keith, who opened the season, turned into Mark Traylor. Present time, and again, Mark is out of the ball game from wrap-up show. McDonald's wrap-up program coming up. Time out on the field. Charge to the Malvern Leopards. At this point, Coach Alpe wants to get some offense generated and run some more. Here to talk to the offense. They want to get something going here and to put this one away all together. There's a pitch to Jimerson. Jimerson, good tackle made. Jimerson trying to turn the corner at 35, hit 1 right there. Good open field tackle by the Hornet defense, and it sets up a 2nd down and 8. Give him a gain. Charlie, the Hornets defense on the run has really, yeah, they're doing a good job. But
right now, I realize that Malvern's not going to be putting the ball in the air, and they're going after the running backs, trying to stop them down.
2nd and 8 for the Leopards. As they blitz a linebacker, handoff to Jimerson. Jimerson again upended for a very number 13 and 6 for Oak Grove. That is Edmondson and Shrigley on the tackle.
There was another flag on the play, a holding call against Malvern.
And Charlie, I'm sure that Coach Alpe would like to see the Malvern team run the ball effectively here, not only to run out the clock, but you don't want a lack of confidence or a loss of confidence. Even though you have a 21 point, you want everything to be firing on all cylinders. That's going to really put them back and put them back in the 20. 18-yard line. 2nd down and 19. Anderson to the far side again in the slot or wing position. Vincent Bradford near side. Pitch to Jimerson. Good block from Donnie Gage. Jimerson turns the corner. Out of bounds hard at the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7, setting up a 3rd down and about 12. football. We'll call it 3rd and 11. And 7:47 showing on the clock.
You know, Larry, Philip Jemerson, for his size, has got to be as tough as a pine knot. That young man has run the football. He's took some solid licks tonight. And on that last play, he got up, looked like he's a little bit groggy, but he's still back there and ready to go.
He is a workhorse, especially when you have a lead like this. You want to give him the ball as much as possible. Brashear's back to pass. He's got Seth Henderson open, in and out of his hands, just a little bit too high at the 45-yard line. Incomplete. It'll set up a 4th down and 11. And William Burks, Charlie, was wide open at the 40-yard line. All by himself, but they did not throw to him. 4th down. Brashear is called on to punt. George Hathcock again on the deep snap. We'll see if George gets a piece of the tackle here again. There's the kick. Almost blocked, but Brashear gets it away. It's taken at the 45, and Hathcock chasing him, but not catching him. He's finally drug at from behind at the 50. Haynes brought down on the far sideline by Kevin Biggs, and they mark it at the 48 of Oak Grove. 7:32 to go as the Hornets offense comes back on the field, and some confident Leopard fans now making their way toward the parking lot. Get an early start on the traffic, Charlie, because they feel that Malvern has this game well in hand, and I guess they should with a 21-point lead this late. Handoff, fullback, first man through, and Dennis Garrett gets him at the 45-yard line, but a quick opener for 6 yards. Running the football that time, number 2, Gabriel Harris. Ball marked squarely on the 45-yard line of the Leopards. 2nd down and 3, give him 7 yards on that carry. Sean Brown going all the way at quarterback for the Hornets. Handoff, same play. Gabriel Harris. Ball's loose on the ground. Who's got it? Mike Cantrell on the tackle, but I think the Hornets have recovered their own fumble, and I think Harris picks up the ball, and that is the case. 3rd down and 1 for Oak Grove. Third down and 1 for the Hornets of Oak Grove. The ball inside the 45 to the 43 of Malvern. 6.5 minutes to go in this football game. 27-6, a 21-point lead for the Malvern Leopards. On the short yardage, handoff inside. It'll be a 1st down at the 39-yard line. Carrying the football that time, I believe, was Wortham. And 3 or 4 Leopards in on the tackle. 1st down at the 39-yard line of the Malvern Leopards. That's the 5th 1st down in the ball game for the Hornets. So the Leopards have done a good job on defense containing them. Now, big hit by Isaac Davis, and who else could hit like that? One-on-one, quick handoff, loss of a yard, as number 2, Gabriel Harris, said hello to Mr. Isaac, and Isaac said goodbye. He put the lights out that time, a loss of a yard. And Charlie, that's one of those hits again. We're a long ways from that football, but you can hear it pop all the way up here. Really put the shoulder pads into Gabriel Harris there. They run the clock at 5:40 to go in our football game now. And it's 2nd down and 11. The ball now at the 41-yard line of the Leopards. They're keeping it on the ground, running to number 44, Wortham. Nothing there. Isaac Davis again with the death grip, and Dennis Garrett to help out. And I'm not sure if the Hornets, Charlie, have just pretty much
conceded.
Yeah, conceded the ball game, and because they're just trying to run it out here. Because they certainly are not doing anything besides running straight up the middle. And they've had 1st and 10 and 2nd and 11, and they've kept the ball on the ground. So let's see here, with 5 minutes to go. They're going to pass. They're rolling out. Quarterback Brown looks, fires, overthrown, incomplete at the 20-yard line, and it's 4th down and 11. Bobby Tanner, the head coach for Oak Grove, with a decision to make here, and he'll go for it. On 4th down. Again, I remind you to stay tuned for the McDonald's wrap-up program. It's coming up. Following our broadcast, the McDonald's wrap-up program with Coach Alpe, and we'll see a happy Coach Alpe up here in the broadcast booth. And we'll get the details on what's coming up next week for the Malvern Leopards. Back to pass, Brown going deep. He's got a man open. Complete inside the 20. Touchdown. A touchdown of 39 yards, but look out. We got a flag at the 39-yard line. If it holds, that will be a 40-yard touchdown pass. It will not hold up. Holding against Oak Grove. Bring it back. That touchdown is brought back. Charlie, was a pretty pass on the far sideline.
That was a beautiful pass. It was right on target, and the receiver had beat the Malvern defense. But
Dollarhide had taken the pass, and as Charlie just said, Charlie, as you said, repeating myself here, he really floated that ball, and it was a good job by Dollarhide.
Well, that was just a fly pattern right down the sideline. And once it got past the defensive secondary, Sean Brown threw the ball with a lot of touch right on the money.
But you can't hold to give the quarterback room and time, and they bring it back to the 49 now. And 4th and real long, big rush, and a sack by Dennis Garrett. Dennis Garrett crashing in on a linebacker blitz, and that's just about going to wrap it up for the Hornets as they quarterback at the 44. Malvern's ball 1st and 10 at the Oak Grove 44-yard line. And Malvern comfortably on top, 21 points. And more confident Leopard fans make it toward the parking lot here.
You know, Larry, that could be one reason Dennis Garrett is the leading tackler in the state of Arkansas in the high school ranks. That young man is after it from first play to the last play.
1st and 10 Leopards at the Oak Grove 44. Brashears hands off Jimerson. Jimerson trying to break tackles, breaks 3 tackles and gets to the 44. I gets to the 40, a gain of 4. A gain of 4 yards for Philip Jimerson, and it's 2nd down and 6. Malvern now will keep the ball on the ground and get that time off the clock. And the time is quickly running off the clock. Under 4 minutes to go in the football game as Malvern wins a berth into the 2nd round of the Class AAA playoffs. All they have to do is put the finishing touches on this. Brashears for the Leopards on the snap. Jimerson again, the workhorse. Jimerson at the 40, the 35, driven out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A run of about 6 yards, very close to the 1st down, depending on where they mark the ball. They mark it at the 31. So it is 1st down for Malvern, a gain of 9 yards on the play. Let's make it 8 yards officially at the 32.
Like I said, Larry, Philip Jimerson, you just can't say enough about the little. I hate to keep bringing that up.
Jimerson,
that
the junior,
man is 5'9", 156, and like I said, I believe he's got part pine knot in.
And right now, one of your favorite players is in the ball game, Bert Wilson at tailback. Hand off Wilson, ball on the ground. Oak Grove has the ball at the 35. Well, Charlie, they put the 2nd team in there on that series, and they have a mishap. But there again, that's a learning experience. And hopefully we'll see the 2nd team offense back out there. In the meantime, you have to keep your number 1 defense out there because you can't really say that the game is over yet. So the number 1 defense goes out there. Bert Wilson was at tailback, number 44. Eric McNeely was at fullback, and it was Doug Alpe at quarterback, and that's all the numbers I got before they turned the ball over. At their own 35, Oak Grove with the football. Back to pass, Brown being chased. Gets the ball away. It's complete. Incomplete. Dropped at the 42 by Gabriel Harris. 2nd down and 10. 3:11 to go in our football game. Again, McDonald's wrap-up show to follow, and we'll get the complete details. And the way it looked at halftime, it looks like Camden Fairview and Malvern will play for their 2nd time this year. And that game to be played at Haygood Stadium in Arkadelphia. And Charlie, that should be a great place to play football when you've got such an important game.
Well, you know, Larry, it's always good to go down to Haygood. That's a beautiful field. It's good for the fans. It's good for the football players. It's just a beautiful place to play.
Brown back to pass, being chased, almost caught, gets the ball away. Harris this time makes the catch at the 42, and good pursuit by the Leopards defense. Led by Kevin Biggs, along with Vincent Bradford and Jason Purifoy. They bring him down well short of the first down. Third down and a long 4, and under 3 minutes to go in our football game.
Good rush put on that time by Big Isaac Davis, Eddie Ray Hines, and our linebacker, Dennis Garrett.
Once again, we certainly thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast, and we hope to see you next week as well. Long pass for Brown, almost intercepted. It is picked off, but out of bounds by Kevin Biggs at the 35. And it will be a 4th down for the Hornets, as the defensive coach, Phil Clem, who has done an excellent job this season, gives some signals from the sideline to Dennis Garrett. Sometimes we overlook the coaching staff. The head coach, of course, Coach Alpin, we have a pregame and postgame with him. Sometimes we overlook the help that he gets. And one that certainly should not be overlooked is the defensive coordinator, Phil Clem. Because year in and year out, Malvern has had a great defense, and he's been the one that's designed it. 4th down, Oak Grove on the counter, the reverse. Ball's on the ground, picked up at the 30. And trying to elude tacklers is number 33, Sapings. Then he gets to the 35 and finally upended there by Brian Heinley. And let me see, let me double check. Yes, it was Brian Heinley, number 57 on the tackle.
Good rush put on that time by Mike Cantrell and Eddie Ray Hines to mess up the play in the backfield.
Ball goes over on downs. Malvern's second-string offense comes back out there, the B team, so to speak, as John Foles will be the wideout. And they have partial second-teamers in there, with the I-back getting the ball is Bert Wilson. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Doug Alpe at quarterback. Coming in now, number 86. That is Stephen Newbern. Coming out, Donnie Donnelly, and 50. Ty Anderson comes out. Going in, number 73, Tommy Ball. I'll get all the numbers I can as the second teamers getting some experience here in the playoff game. The 2nd down and 10 pitch to Burt Jones, hit immediately and driven back at the 45. Number 12 is in there. That is Kyle Franks running at fullback. On the offensive line, number 78, Nathan Smith.
Number 75, Dean Locke's also in.
Big Isaac Davis, give him a hand. Isaac's coming off. He's seen his last action. And Isaac does a great job as usual. Ty Anderson goes in for Big Isaac. At center, what have we got, Charlie?
I believe that's Ty Anderson.
You're right. And a handoff, Burt Jones again, immediately dropped as the defense for Oak Grove really teeing off on that run. Chris Wilson was in at tight end, and that's all the numbers we're going to be able to give you. 56 coming off, that is 56, Chris Smith. 35, Chris Wilson. And time is running down on the clock.
40 seconds to go in the ball game.
Inside 40 seconds now and counting down. The final score will be Malvern 27, the Hornets 6, unless something really happens here to change that. But Malvern's going to go into the second round as the Hornets really have conceded the ball game. They're handing off inside, and there's nothing there for Gabriel Harris as Mike Cantrell and Eddie Ray Hines converge on the tackle. And that's the end of the ball game as we count down at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the final score from Claude Mann Stadium, the Malvern Leopards 27 and the Pulaski Oak Grove Hornets 6, 27-6. Malvern survives the first round. The Pulaski Oak Grove football team season is over. The Malvern Leopards go into the second round, and we'll tell you who they play and where they play and when they play when we have the wrap-up program with Coach David Alpe coming up very, very soon. In the meantime, we're going to be back to wrap this thing up with a final score 27-6. We're back at Claude Mann Stadium after this 2-minute timeout.
And so